Okay, I'm going to try again. I have the right device selected. Is it plugged in? You can hear voice? Okay, I'm gonna try again. Jeez Louise. I thought I had this figured out in, like, for good, after our last couple streams. All right. Okay. We got that part behind us. Thanks for your patience, everyone. We are back. All right. I want to say welcome to everyone, and thanks for catching us live. So what I was talking to myself about here was our character. There's something that good old Adventure Art, if y'all ever watched his channel, something he would do periodically is check in with his characters, like character sheet basically, and go over that. So that's what I was up to here. Sweet. So between you and me, I was doing a little bit of recording because I also want to do some like more video style uploads every now and then. And I guess I changed the output settings while I was recording that because I ran into some issues there, and that screwed me up for this. So I'll have to get that figured out instead of just like, I want to understand the technology instead of treating it like some sort of superstitious spell that I cast on my computer. Because that's kind of how it is whenever you don't understand the technology you're using. You treat it like a spell, and as long as you do these things, then you get the outcome you want. And that's not really setting you up for success. Anyway, we are playing Sombra. She's still alive. She's our first character to survive one stream, so that's cool. Yeah, our skills are coming along nicely enough, I guess. I was laughing to myself a little bit because blunt weapon over here, like I chose it as a major skill, and we have not swung this stick at like a single person, and we don't have much incentive to. I guess if we run out of magicka, we'd be doing that. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Oh, you know, speaking of running out of magicka, did I have? Okay, just checking my shopping list here. Yeah, our minor skills, we have running and stealth. Really carrying us here. Running would be the one that levels us up, so I got to keep that in mind. Let me see. I feel kind of sad about the necromancy being at 15%. We have not had a single encounter with a piece of undead that we could try to win to our team. All right, cool. I honestly, as far as our stats are concerned, I don't really know what to level up. Intelligence and speed are the main things for us. Endurance doesn't hurt. Personality, I feel like we could have tanked personality even harder for this too. I mean, I know that we're having a hard time, but that's just part of the fun of this character. All right, Fonz, you're playing a battle mage. That's cool. Hope the dungeon is treating you well. Yeah, we basically are a mage thief, although, like, we're not super oriented on, like, I don't know how to describe it. We do need money because we need money to make spells and things like that. But our primary goal, I guess our primary goal is, like, summoning Daedra, and that's going to cost a lot of money, too. Yeah, Lunar, the necromancy skill, I forget which one it replaced, but it lets you use, it's a part of language skills overhaul. It lets you try to pacify things like zombies and skeletons, probably ghosts. I don't think it would work on vampires because I believe those are, oh, you can summon them to help out with that also. You know, I thought that things like vampires were pacified using etiquette. Maybe that was because Adventure Art was playing, like, he's playing with the Archaeologist Guild mod, but not Language Skills Overhaul. Alright, so I was going to go around and see if we could get some non-Mages Guild quests in addition to our Mages Guild quests. So this rando says, "Hi there. I recently picked up this book about some of that magic, mysticism. I've been turning the pages and trying to understand it, but don't really get the whole picture. Are you the kind who would teach me some mysticism? The difficulty's high, but we're going to try. Maybe we can just be rude and tell her no. Like, why would I teach you the arts? Like, yeah, we're pretty hideous. So let's just tell her no. Like, you have to figure this out. Keep your hands off my magic. What's up, kid? Rodard. No quests forthcoming around here. This portrait, I think I pointed this out whenever I was playing with Bogard. It looks like Morgaia before she was patched to look like a dark elf. It's kind of interesting. Maybe she is a dark elf, but the patch hasn't applied to her. Yeah, the idea of reasoning with a zombie to be your buddy is pretty funny. There are other games where you can do that too, right? I'm thinking of like Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. Although I don't think I think there were only a couple of times where I successfully converted them to my team. Oh no. I was clicking around while it loaded and I missed it. Let's see what this guy put on my... So this guy from Bergcard has sent me to Dunane's General Merchandise in Longgate to liberate a claymore stored there and drop off a note. If I can do this and get back to the Thirsty Dog, oh, that's awesome, the Thirsty Dog, in 19 days, I will earn 339 gold pieces. Hey, look, this is our ticket to the Dark Brotherhood. I've been wondering how we're going to join the Dark Brotherhood without just murdering someone for the sake of getting into the Dark Brotherhood. This could do it if we are unsuccessful in breaking in and things like that. Carrying a claymore is going to be kind of hard. Our carry weight is Garbo. We have a spell scroll here. Alright, let's see. I think we're good. Oh, we should eat breakfast. This is not a charade, Sombra. I need this job to... Hey, I want food. Man. Okay. Under the shining sun, a group of healers from the Temple of Akatosh adjure the people. The full lesson will take 3 hours. They want to offer... It would benefit me to learn about medicine, but not from these bozos. We'll do it the hard way by getting, like, stabbed in dungeons and shaking it off. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the point, Cosmi. So some things I did while we were away. One, I researched what the detect enemy spell did. And apparently detect enemy will put some sort of tick on your map. Not on your map, I'm sorry, on your compass. It'll indicate where your enemies are on your compass. I don't play with the compass on. I don't want to play with the compass on. What I want is a handheld compass that my character can look at, and it's that or no compass. So here we are. I went ahead and in addition to researching about detect enemy, I made some new damage spells, and I organized my my list here. Sort spells. All right, so this might look a little crazy. We have the letter here and a dot to indicate what school of magic something belongs to. So basic shield, gentle fall, and hop, these all belong to alteration. Arcane arrow, combust, and death grips. Minor shock and zap, these are all destruction. We got a couple illusion, mysticism, identify, weak levitate. Yeah, we got so here are my damage spells. We have combust, which is like yep, we are a certified mage by now. Welcome, miscellaneums. James Brady, the thirsty dog. Woof woof. Anyway, combust. I really like the idea of the whole you cast on the area around you gimmick. So combust will do some fire damage to whoever's nearby. It does 15 to 30 to be specific. Death grips. I used to listen to the Money Store about death grips a lot, but it's like a touch-based damage spell. You get it? It's a kind of a pun. This just it does a flat 50 damage, so that should be able to like knock out some humanoids. Minor shock is a default spell, and then here's our ranged spell, zap, which does 15 to 30, kind of like combust. Yeah, it does this at a target. So those are our damage spells. They should help us out a little bit. But yeah, I like the idea of this combustion spell, like turning myself invisible, sneaking into a group, and then combusting on them. Like, that's so cool. Hey, Panther. I'm glad you could catch the stream. Yeah, so let's go see where we were being sent. It was, Longgate. Let's see where we are from Longgate. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty far. Yeah, it's kind of far. And I'm at way up here. Sheesh. I don't know how committed I am to doing, like, overland travel for the whole time. But we will do some of it. And then we might just skip the rest. I don't want to be stuck in Burgcart necessarily. Like, it'd be better to be near the center, like Hullhead Court or Tamgate. Something like that. Hey, welcome, Anton. But yeah, oh, one other thing on my list is to buy a cart. And you know, I think, I feel like, whenever I say buy a cart, I feel like I'm in Colorado again. I feel like we should buy, yeah, so the idea is to get a cart and to leave it in town whenever we go to a dungeon, which sounds not controversial, but counterintuitive, right? Because ideally you want the cart for whenever you're in the dungeon, but I don't necessarily like whenever you're in a dungeon and like all you're doing is picking up loot and taking it back to the beginning. The cart, my mentality here is that the cart would help us to store things long term, heavier items long term, maybe books or armor that we need to find a good buyer for and things like that. The only thing that I can't figure out on the narrative perspective is like, why would somebody not be stealing my cart? Another thing that this game is missing, there's a lot of things that it's missing, but another thing that would be really cool is some hired henchmen like you would have in like a BX, basic expert D&D style game, where you have someone to hold the torch or you have somebody to watch your cart while you're gone. I love that sort of thing. You're right, Panther. An AoE fireball spell would be really good. Oh, with the spell absorption advantage. Yeah, I don't think I have spell absorption, but I could cast it. Welcome back, Snail. Sir Schmib, welcome to the party. All right, I'm glad to hear that you've been enjoying the channel and working on your own. Space Oboe, I think that the question being, is player housing worthwhile in an Ironman run? I think it's a really cool goal. I think it serves as a really good goal, but I don't know if it's something that you really want or need. Although it does solve the issue that this cart is kind of outlying. Like, I want this cart so I can store stuff long term, and the house lets you store stuff long term. It also has a symbol of your notoriety in a region. Oh, I see what you mean, Cosmi. Like, using language skills overhaul, I could get people to watch my cart. That's a really good idea. We can get zombies to guard our cart. I'm sure I'm sure the guards would not like that, but in general, I see what you mean. Or we could cast comprehend languages and try to recruit some like streetwise people. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Cosmi and Lunar, about getting some goons to watch my cart for me. Hey, Chef. Man, Cliffworms, I think, did this stuff. He just does such a great job with the interior design of these things. Oh, here he is. Hey, I'm looking for gruel or bread and cheese. I guess bread and cheese. And I actually have some IRL ale right now, so we're gonna take a sip while we click the button for maximum immersion. That's tasty. It's gonna get warm because I'm gonna be too focused on the game. A long-term shadow spell to keep it hidden would be cool. Yeah, I agree. Being able to hire mercenaries and things like that would be fantastic. A couple years ago, I played this game called War Tales. It was more of like a tactics game, but it felt kind of like a fantasy game, but not in the sense that none of your characters were casters, but you'd often roll up into a tavern and hire people to help you out like that. They would mostly be joining your party, but still, I thought it was really cool. All right, hey, there we go. We're gonna get started over here. So I'm currently in one of those weird situations where I'm home alone because my wife and my son are traveling, and it's very liberating on the one hand and very lonely on the other. It's like the house is so empty. We're just down 2 people and everything, but your child and your wife are like the origins of life in your house. And so now I just feel like a dude. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like a dude. Part of I think it's because like my identity is wrapped up in them. And so whenever they're away, I'm like, who am I again? Okay. Probably nothing worth seeing in this little town. Yeah, but that means I get to do, I don't know. That means I get to be kind of loud in my prayer corner, and I'm gonna try to surprise them. My wife mentioned. All right, let me back up. We've always rented houses and apartments. This is our first house that we've owned. It's going to be Christmas time. The Nativity Fast starts tomorrow. And so I thought this would be a cool tradition to implement where we try to hang Christmas lights like and put up decorations on the first day of the Nativity Fast. I used to be like, it's kind of early for Christmassy things before Thanksgiving. But I think I'm going to go for it, especially since like I now have this sort of liturgical lifestyle. I think saying like, hey, we're in nativity season, like it's time to bust out the decorations basically. The thing is, I've never hung Christmas lights in my life. I don't have a ladder. I have to go like to my father-in-law. I have to go get his ladder and then do it. So it's going to be kind of tricky. But she specified that she wants some red and white Christmas lights. And I spent like $130 on some damn Christmas lights and some clips to attach them to the shingles. $130, man. I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's fine. I'm not trying to complain. It's just, you can't, it's so hard to get by financially with, my stomach rumbles. I need to go in and get some food here. Yeah, very hard to get by financially, but I feel like this is kind of, investment is not the right word because it's only going to last 2 or 3 years. What was that? I thought I heard a grunt. It's not really an investment, but it is something that we're going to be able to reuse next year and stuff like that. Welcome Zeriak and Jeffrey, an awesome lunger. All right, so good question, Lunger. I had an existing playlist for Daggerfall stuff. I just kind of tucked it in the back of my playlist. So if you look at the playlist that's called something like Ironman Adventures, or Daggerfall Ironman Adventures, you can skip through all I think the first series is like 25 episodes or something like that, but it's at the most recent iterations on that playlist. Or you can find them under the channel under live. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so previously, in addition to not having a... Hold up, take another sip of my ale whenever I click the ale button. In addition to having the more liturgical lifestyle these days, I just didn't care for... I don't want to say I didn't care for Christmas, but the magic had kind of gone from it, you know? But now that we have Hudson, like I want them to come back tomorrow evening and see Christmas lights up, and the excitement that this guy can produce, it's such a radiating, beautiful thing. And so I'm always doing these things to sort of get his excitement goat. Like yesterday, little boys, they really love Paw Patrol. Now, he's not allowed to watch Paw Patrol that often. Like, he'll get it every now and then, especially if he's sick and just needs a pick-me-up or something like that. But I wrote a letter for him just telling him what a good son he is, but it has it has Paw Patrol characters on it. That's the gimmick, is I put Paw Patrol characters on it. And, like, his excitement whenever opening a letter that's for him, because he'll get spam mail. He got spam mail from, like, Liberty Mutual. And he was like, oh, my mail. I love mail. And so I do these little things to sort of chase that high of like seeing how like these kids, man, they're positively radiant is what I'm getting at. So wish me luck tomorrow, because I'll be trying to do all this on my own. And I'm the type of dude who whenever you have to like figure something out on your own. I'm just prone to overthinking and thinking that I'm gonna mess it up. You know, I guess you could say I have performance anxiety. It's something that I've encountered with myself whenever I'm rock climbing and things like that. It's like I feel like I don't have much faith in myself to accomplish it, but it's not rocket surgery. So we're gonna try to figure it out. Let me keep an eye on where we're going. It's Longgate. And I'm up here, so we just keep going south a little bit. Well, you know, he's not even 3 yet, so he might forget it. The joy of getting spam mail as a child. He's like, Liberty Mutual, let's go, get in there. It's so funny. Our neighbors gave us a couple of like Paw Patrol paraphernalia chairs. Like one of them has Paw Patrol characters on it and it's blue. And the other one is like, I guess it's not Paw Patrol related, but it's like a pink chair, like a lawn chair for outside. But for children, it's a small little thing. And that one has like Mickey and Minnie on it. I actually forgot about that surprise. And so this morning I gave him breakfast before work and went outside. I feel like I passed a dungeon just now. It would tell me, right? Okay, yeah, this is a campsite. I don't know if I necessarily want to stick around here. This is how my last character died. We're out of here. Okay, come on. Anyway, one of his favorite, let's cast shield. Alteration, basic shield, yep. One of his favorite breakfasts is just a banana with peanut butter cut up on it. And so he went outside to watch our dogs go use the bathroom in the morning, because that's what he does. And then he saw the chair and he's like, oh, he does his exaggerated little chair, exaggerated excitement sound again. Is this a dungeon? No, this is a statue. Okay, that's cool. Will-o'-the-wisp, get out of there. Anyway, he sat on the chair and ate his banana outside, and he's just, those little slow moments are really, really cool. Yeah, we'll get Hudson to pay the taxes next time. I don't know, there's something about paper mail that is, hold on, shield, and just mosey on. Now, it would be kind of cool to try to, like, I want to sort of take this on. We're not that weak, right? We have a cure poison if we need it. Excuse me. Now, we have plenty of stamina. I'm sure there will be more roadside encounters. We died last time. Yeah, I agree, Lunar. Those moments are where life is really, really happening. And, yeah, we were very scared of having a child, but now I can't get enough of it. Orcs have been raiding the farm. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Basic shields, just a little precaution. Whoa, whoa. Orc shaman, chill, dude. Yeah, I think, honestly, I had no clue that shield was so strong in this game. Because, you know, in the other games, shield, like, reduces the damage that you're going to take. That's great. But this actually, well, I should say it reduces a percentage of damage that comes through. But the fact that, like, the enemies start damaging your shield effect before they damage your health, that is, like, so, I don't want to say busted, but it's really, really, really powerful. And that's how the shield spell worked in Diablo also. I never made it very far in Diablo 1 because I did not know how the game worked, but it was really fun whenever I did play it. I love mega dungeons. Have I expressed this before? I love, love, love mega dungeons. And so Diablo 1 is like a perfect, it's perfect. I say that as someone who has not finished it because I got filtered. Hold on, that message got, oh, sorry. Whoa, I see. Wow. That's like a miracle it's lunger, it's not lunger. Okay, I just read lunger. I'm like, this guy really loves his glute workouts. Wow, that's awesome. All right, which one restores your magicka? Is it herbal tea? Mint. There are some fruit juice. Nah. Okay. Anybody want to give me a quest while we're here? A little easy one that I can knock out without going to the other side of the province. I'm looking for some Khajiit named Sombra. Is that you? He was asking. I knew it. Thief. Guards, we have a thief here. You hardly have a chance to react before multiple armed figures surround you. One of them holds up a roll of paper. Your reputation in Wayrest is forfeit. We have a list of your crimes right here. On account of breaking and entering to the Fighters Guild Hall. Sleeping under... Oh, this is like not even true. This is slander. Sleeping inside during inappropriate hours and making a loud noise of it. Expect a sentence 6 months. I'm not going to jail today. Sorry if that was loud. Wow. 4 counts of sleeping inside multiple taverns in the same day. A heinous crime against hygiene. 12 months. What is going on? 219 counts of selling goods belong to dead persons. Filthy lucre won't save your soul. Expect a sentence 4 years. Wow. Yes, Ariok, I do. My debut video was talking about Daggerfall's dungeons. So I guess I have expressed how much I love mega dungeons. The difference between our mega dungeons in Daggerfall and the one in Diablo is like, in Diablo, that's the dungeon. There are a couple other like side quests that lead you to dungeons and stuff like that. But I really, really love games that have like the dungeon. All right, 7 counts of carrying more gold than the regional legal limit. Dude, 3 counts of consuming a potion found in a dungeon or in the possession of an outlaw or a witch. Laughs and chuckles start to break the illusion as the spokesman fails to keep the act together. And 1 count of eating a barbecued rat under a full moon while the facade fails and everyone bursts into laughter. We're so sorry, this is just a thing we like to do. Think of it as if you fell for it kind of gimmick, using real people in the world. It's a lot of fun. Oh, they're even playing like a little laugh track. It was all just a joke. Dude. Wow. I was kind of looking forward to like trying out Combust. Hey, you're a really good actor. Might want to look up the theater troupe or something. Here, have some money for your wasted time. What the hell? Yeah. That's pretty good. They really had me going. Like whoever wrote that quest, maybe JH or Cliffworms, like they had me going. Whew. Okay, we're not getting arrested today, it turns out. And I was not expecting to have this much fatigue left at night. Do we just keep doing overland travel, or do I zap my way over to Longgate? We made this much progress during. That's not too bad. We're gonna do it like this, alright? It's gonna seem like a waste, and maybe it is. Recall, anchor, is gonna be set in Baleborn Field. Anchor, Baleborn Field, Wayrest. We're gonna delete this one. Hold on. No, we're gonna delete this one. Bird cart. I know it would make a lot more sense to just use recall to turn in the quest, but almost like I often don't have the luxury of using recall for stuff like that. Recall is my contingency plan, you know. And so right now, what we're gonna do after hitting quick save is we're gonna try to get to like across the wilderness here at night. Riding a horse across the hills at night. Hold up. Yeah, I figured we'd run into some sort of little town. I ran into a cow, actually. Hello. On the topic of Mega Dungeons, I've been trying to restart my BX campaign with friends. Mega Dungeons is about to have a four-way war between above ground folks and dungeon folks. Should be cool. That's awesome. Yeah, this is what I love about the Mega Dungeon experience, is having multiple factions vying for resources and territory and things like that. I've probably expressed it before, but man, I would love to get a game of BX going IRL. I think I could do it online, but I want some IRL buddies. But who has the time? Like, how do I fit that into my calendar? I genuinely don't know. Is it too warm for us right now? Okay. So we made it across one stretch of wilderness. Let's go down here next. We just got to keep an eye on our stamina bar. Yeah, I love BX and I love basic fantasy RPG. I used to overwork myself as a DM a lot, and I have a lot of work that I'm proud of. You know, like dungeons and adventures and stuff like that. That climates and calories tell me to sleep. You know, dungeons and adventures that I'm proud of the way they turned out. But I used to overwork myself really, really hard, like trying to be original. And for basic fantasy RPG, I have like quite a lot of just adventure modules sitting around, and I'm totally on board with just running those. Yo. You know, could rope Hudson into a campaign? Maybe. We'll give him a few years. But that mentality reminds me of that bit whenever Michael Scott goes on, it's in The Office, whenever he goes onto that TV show like Fundle Bundle, and he's like, I'm gonna have lots of kids so that I'll have lots of friends and none of my friends can say no to playing with me. Like, that's how I don't want to be like that. So, but I imagine Hudson really likes me. I hope it doesn't sound too braggy, but he really likes his parents. So it'll probably end up like that naturally without me having to pressure him. So we got to level up, which is pretty cool. Brings our max HP to 52. Not super impressive, but more than we were before. What's really going to happen is I'm just going to have to like talk up some people at church, I guess. Which sounds like a weird place to pick up friends for like Dungeons and Dragons games and stuff like that, right? But I don't like the idea of going to the oh dude, hold up, shield. I don't like the idea of, hold that thought. I missed. They hit. Basic shield. Strafe. Alright, we got that one. Got that one. Ah! Dang. Dang. That's a pretty good zap spell. Is that it? Okay, I think I was saying something along the lines of, I don't like the idea of picking up, like, randos at the local game shop. The local game shops are kind of far from me, and most of my IRL friends just, like, they don't have much interest in this sort of thing. I also live in, like, a kind of small town, so I don't know how to describe it. Let's eat this apple here. I guess my point is, like, most of my social life happens at my church. And so I could just, like, try to get some buddies together. Hey, Juan, what are you doing here, bro? Good to see you, dude. Speaking of my IRL friends, that's my climbing buddy in the chat. We're born on the exact same day. I was born in Houston, and he was born in Venezuela. No. Yeah, Venezuela, okay. Welcome to the party. We got a couple horses here, but they are not our horses. Hey, man, I hope things are going well at your new spot. You got a new climbing gym that you're a regular at or something like that. All right, so yeah, so you notice that this length looked pretty daunting, but you know, I just whenever we have the patience for it, it's the beginning of the session. I do like the overland travel quite a bit, especially because you never know what you're gonna find, and we have a recall set up that we can warp to. I don't think we want to hunt. Okay, hold up. I can just read the last bit. Attribute check, strength, difficulty very high, and like, just makes me want to get out of there. Oh, Francisco, you're Venezuelan also. Sweet. Yeah, look at this. A loud neigh grabs the attention of the passersby. Rain has turned dirt to mud, sinking one merchant's wagon in the deep. Several villagers attempt to help it out, but soon tire and leave. You can try to pull it out, though you would do so alone. Do you make the attempt? I'm good, dude. Hold on. Okay. We're in Longing. What? We're in Longing? Do you ever yearn, George? Is it really called Longing? That's hilarious. I'm in Longing. Longing for my wife and kid to get back home, I guess. It's a blessing and a curse. I like being able to talk loudly right now instead of... I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes on my mic I feel a little bit timid, and I think it makes a palpable difference on my speech whenever I'm not wanting to wake up the baby in the next room. Trick them into session 0 into false pretenses. Honestly, not a bad idea. Hey, I've got beer. Let's hang out for a bit. Oh, by the way, here's a pound of dice. What are we going to do with it? We'll see. The Longing General Store. This cracks me up. Hold on. I want to set my anchor in Longing. Anchor. Hold on. Longing for anchor. You do with that what you will. It's ridiculous. Alright, give me some leftovers. Sweet. Cider for Magicka? Oh, that's a tiny bit of Magicka back. Well, it's probably a decent amount, but we just have a huge Magicka pool. So notice that, like in Elder Scrolls 2, we have just like ×3 intelligence. Boom, right from the start. You can have 270 spell points as a level 1 character. I think it makes a lot of sense that with like the later games, they made the advantages to be like 50 additional spell points or 100 additional spell points, you know? Because this multiplication stuff, it's crazy. I sound like a kid in grade school. This multiplication stuff is crazy. Alright, we got some lodging and longing. We're gonna go do some logging. Alright, lollygagging maybe. I forgot to address this question earlier, but Spartan asked if I'm gonna be streaming any later than usual because I'm just like broing it up tonight. My answer is maybe. We'll see. Because 11 p.m. is not only like my bedtime because I have a wife and kid around, it's my bedtime because like that's a good time to go to sleep for me. It's actually later than I should be going to sleep. I'm just irresponsible. So we'll see. Usually, I feel like starting at 8:45. Wait. Okay, yeah, we're one town away. Usually, like we start at 8:45 and we go until 11 p.m. Like that's a really long gaming session for me compared to like just playing a little bit here and a little bit there. So I'm not sure if I'll be up for it, but we'll see. The real question is with the wife and kid being out of town, will I want to stream tomorrow morning? That's the question right there. And we will see. Again, will I feel like it? Because I also want to go running with my dog Hazel. She doesn't get to go running often enough. I want to go put up those Christmas lights. I don't know. All the things you might do with the Saturday morning that I wouldn't normally get to do, because Saturday morning and Sunday morning really are like, that's my dedicated Hudson time. Like my wife gets to sleep in. Oh, a spell scroll. That's expensive. My wife gets to sleep in and I take care of the kid. And so I don't get a lot of time to myself on the weekend, if that makes any sense to you. We're too busy longing. Yeah, good point about the ale, Mr. Brady. It's a Sierra Nevada hazy... What's it called? Hazy little thing? I prefer just the regular Sierra Nevada, but... I don't drink often, right? I don't want to buy like a 6-pack because then I'll have like 6 beers to drink. That's a lot of beer. But I found out that you can go like buy 1 can that's about the size of 2 cans of beer. And it's like, that's the right amount. I don't want to drink more than 2 beers on any given night. And I don't want to have any left in my fridge the next day. So yeah, that was the plan. I went and got me some frozen dinner, some hazy little thing, IPA. Alright, we need to be going south. This is where I want the mod where I can look at my compass and see, like, which way I'm going. I could just pull up the map instead, but the on-screen compass has to be, like, a thing, right? I was honestly debating today, like, should I be learning C# so that I can learn how to like mod Daggerfall Unity to create the compass mod? Because like that's the one thing that I really like want is like the compass. I want it so badly. And there's one modder out there who I think would be a perfect fit for the job. But if he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't want to do it. And I don't want to just like ask him directly. But I'm not even going to mention his name. I don't want to bring that curse on him. But yeah, it should be able to be done. I would just need to learn some programming, make the asset, and then you would like pull the direction that's already being gathered through like your compass and put it on the on your widget on the screen. Yeah, we got a very limited selections there, Yak. We either got like loggers, ales. That's pretty much it. Like with the kind of strategy I have, I often have like nothing better than like Coors and Miller at my disposal. I usually get like a Shiner can, like a what is it, like a 32-ounce can of Shiner. But Sierra Nevada is like a nostalgia thing almost. All right, we are looking for. Excuse me. We're looking for Dunane's General Merchandise. It's a place where we got to break into. Oh, Newton's Fourth. Yeah, you're totally right about there is normally a compass. I'm complaining about like... All right. How do I describe this? I have this principle whenever like approaching video games. I'm gonna back up. I disabled the compass in the bottom right corner, okay? I have a mod installed called HUD Be Gone that lets you choose which HUD options to display. So I disabled the compass one. The idea behind that is I want the player knowledge and the character knowledge to line up as much as possible, right? And so within the bottom right corner of the screen, you're always looking at the direction, whereas IRL, like, you would not necessarily know the direction off the top of your head unless you're really paying attention to it. What I want is an item that you can equip that will show which direction you're facing on it. But I'm like the only person in the world that wants this, so I don't think that like it's ever gonna get any traction. But yeah, I think in general our HUD should be best conveyed as like things that our character would have immediate information about. And so it makes sense to me that to look at your compass, you would need to pull out an item. And if you have Dunny of Penwick's first-person lighting mod, then you would not be able to view your compass whenever it's dark. Things like that. We're looking for Restore Power potions, by the way. Resist Shock would be good, too, in case we find any vampires. But we really need some Restore Power, and any sort of healing spells would be good, too. Yeah, Ubisoft maps are a whole other thing. I also like stouts, you know, Guinness in particular is a pretty easy go-to. But Potion of Stamina, it's cheap enough that it's like, why not? So helpful. Stamina again. Alright, no Restore Power, but we got a couple of Potions of Stamina, and those are really good contingency plans to have, especially for, you know, overland travel gamers such as myself, because you might find yourself in the wilderness between towns with your rest being interrupted while you're low on stamina, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down out there. Okay, we might as well see if we can get some directions to the general store. It was Dunane's. Ahoy! Ahoy, Sora. Point me toward Dunane's general merchandise. Wow. Wow, look at that. Yeah, Newton's like, hold on. Let me hold that thought. I want to address Space Hobo for a second. Were you that dude that recommended Far Cry 2, like, in ages past? That was a really, really good recommendation, but the game stopped working on me. But I see what you mean by the UI being the GOAT. Like, that was a fantastic way of conveying information to the player. Other games that do this well are Firewatch and, is it Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds where you're exploring that tiny solar system that keeps exploding? That game has fantastic exploration, And in that case, it's easier to make the HUD have player and character knowledge overlapped because like it's high tech, so it's kind of easier to do that. But still, all right. Newton's fourth question. I'm not exclusively using travel options. I prefer it, but then if I get tired and it's a big distance, I'm just gonna travel like do fast travel. So there you go. Yeah, look at this. First try, she gave us the location on the map. That's really cool. Yeah, so part of what I'm trying to emphasize with this turning off the compass is I want to keep my wits about me and rely less on the game's tools like the map and the compass, and instead use things like the piece of chalk mod and just my memory of my direction to get around. You know what I mean? All right, this should be it. I should check. Yeah, this is it. No, I went to Deneen's Finest Sundries. I need Deneen's General. Let's see if this is like Dingus's General Store or something. That's just vintage merchandise. Fair enough. Oh, how are we gonna steal from this place? Is it just... There it is. Well, I guess we can just take it. How much time do we have in the... If I can do this and get back in 18 days, we got some lollygagging to do. Space Hobo, I'm guessing that was probably your recommendation, because I've never heard anyone in my life recommend Far Cry 2 except for that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this commenter's word for it. I went to Steam and bought the game, and then I played for like a couple hours. I liked that whenever you're driving the car in Far Cry 2, we should probably just escape from here anyway, just to be thorough. I like that whenever you're driving the car in Far Cry 2, like it's in first person and you have the mirror above you and it kind of forces that perspective on you. I love that thing, man. Oh, you know what other game has kind of cool... Oh, my stomach rumbles. Hold on. Y'all ever heard of the indie game? Oh, man, I'm not going to remember what it's called. I think it's called Cloudpunk. You're like this delivery lady who's in a sci-fi wasteland about how... has themes about how AI causes us to rely on it too much and kind of stupefies us, but you're also in a first-person perspective driving your hovercraft through this cloudy cityscape. Yeah. Oh, dude. Thank you, guys. I'm seeing your comments now about leaving the note. Thank you. I saw the first one and I was like, leave the note. Does he mean like leave a comment? What's he talking about? All right, I'm with you. Bear with me. Miles, if that's true and there is a compass mod out there like that already, that is music to my ears, and I will feel like a real dingus for just being in despair. Oh no, the guards are on my tail now. What are we gonna do? Oh, look at this. This is like Ocarina of Time whenever Zelda looks back at you. Look at that. Thanks, Red Roy of the Glen with the free rain mod. Look at that. Boom. Speaking of Zelda, my wife has been talking about booting up Majora's Mask. She played Ocarina of Time for the first time somewhat recently. Okay. Go over here. All right. Note. Parchment. Do I just leave all of these? Recipe. Let's get info. Let's use. Okay, that should be it. These are from Brisiana. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks again. That would have been disappointing. Anyway, she had a great time with Ocarina of Time, and then she's going to, like... she's going to see how, like, grimdark and edgy Majora's Mask can... maybe edgy is not the right word. It just, you know, you're wearing the masks made from dead people all the time. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, Francisco, the constant time constraint can be stressful. Did you ever play the Song of Time backwards? Because that'll, like, slow down time, if I'm remembering correctly. There are some gimmicks that you can do to manipulate the time. Okay, I'm playing Daggerfall right now. Like, you probably know that I love time constraints. So I actually very much respect that element of Majora's Mask, but I can get why it's stressful. You know what was really interesting? It actually filled me with a lot of dread as a child. How are we? We're a common citizen still. Hold on. Let me get my thoughts in a row. Okay. Do y'all remember in Majora's Mask the aliens? You have to like guard the ranch from some aliens from dusk until dawn. That for some reason, the atmosphere in that quest sent chills up my spine as like a young adolescent. Like, that was like the most grueling part of the game for me. Hold on. Yeah, I will look for that pizza. Thank you for the recommendation. Let me jot that down on a paper real quick. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that mission of Majora's Mask with the aliens, it just felt so out of place, and the music is very out of place during that mission. Let's get, hold on, golden ale, drink the ale. Oh, you know, for my homie in the chat, stout. There you go. Yeah, it is very. The whole game is very creepy. That's one of the things I like about it. It's kind of bold. But that mission in particular was so off-putting to me for some reason. Or like the first time that you hop the fence, like you have your horse again, you can hop the fence and go to the coast near where the Zoras live, and you watch the musician crawl up out of the ocean and die, and you put his face on. What? Why didn't? That's crazy. It's not like, so you remember whenever you put on the mask of the Goron, that's like an ancient hero. He's like a relic that you're wearing there. Nah, this Zora dude, his body ain't even cold yet. We're taking his face off. Wacky stuff, man. So I'm trying to get a dungeon on my map, by the way. So I'm gonna go talk to some people. Hey, buddy, you got a dungeon quest for me? Hey, what's new under the sun, right? A carrier dropped a bounty letter issued by the king to kill an orc leader of some kind. Some things never change with these degenerates. Want to take a look? Okay, yeah. Here, take a look at this. Oh, I think this is from the Skyrim quest expansion or mod, I should say, that Cliffworms created. By order of King Edware, King of Wayrest. To all able-bodied men and women of Wayrest. This is like the same wording. The orcs located in... Oh, look, there's our dungeon. In Trikerath have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizens and visitors. Refer to the directions to Trikerath on the back of this notice. A 413 gold reward will be offered to anyone who kills their leader, Dagantor. Excuse me again. Barboria, Moorhouse, Vanlech Courts Palace. Oh, yeah, Francisco, have y'all been talking about Fallout 1? I missed that. Yeah, I love Fallout 1 and the time constraint. Although, the first time I played Fallout 1, you know, I try to play games blind. I should have failed it. Like, I ran out of time. I did such a poor job. And you know what it was? This is going to be slight spoilers, but there's a certain sewer entrance that you're supposed to find to advance the main quest. And I did not find that sewer entrance to save my life. I looked it up and felt so disappointed. Oh, we're really heavy right now for someone who's going to a dungeon. Well, the least we can do is find where it is on the map. Well, that's part of the thrill of playing without the guide is like, I don't know, you're comfortable with the idea that you're wasting your time a little bit at that point. Like, you might be wasting your time by messing it up. A similar thing happened with Fallout 2, Except the part where I used the guide was actually at the last dungeon, like the last encounter in Fallout 2. I couldn't figure out what they wanted from me, basically. It's kind of disappointed in myself. Yeah, bottom of the well is really creepy, especially with that monster you fight at the end who grabs your face and lurks on you. What the heck? The Shadow Temple in general, are you kidding me? Yeah, that place is horrifying. Or the town square in Ocarina of Time, whenever you're like adult Link. Really horrifying stuff. We're gonna shortcut a little bit, right? It's not much of a shortcut to go to Longing. You know, guys, I'm just gonna boop. Yeah, we're just gonna do some overland travel here. I'm not sweating it. Why isn't my magicka coming back? I'm not sure. Shoot, was my quest from Burging? I'm pretty sure it's from Burging. Oh yeah, that thirsty dog. Shout out, James. This one goes out to you, James. He got that thirsty dog in him. We are still alive, Mr. Susan. We have not had many dangerous encounters so far. Well done indeed, Sombra. Ah, yes, lovely, lovely claymore. There can be no doubt that this is the very same claymore Alisayan Ashwing's partner gave her for security. You have certainly earned your 339 gold pieces. Thank you. All right, so I noticed that we have a spell scroll. I don't really remember where it came from, but let's go ahead and hit the identify button. Identify. 0 out of 1 identified. Do I just do it again? Hold on. Oh, wow. Look at my magicka go. Let's go ahead and get a room. Rest. We only have like a 10% chance of casting identify, so... not super likely, but let's just try it. Do I just run it back and it depletes my magicka each time? Wait, what did it say? I ran out of magicka? Yeah. We're gonna run it back one more time. We're training some skill by doing this, but I also just want to know what's in here. This is a lot of money we're sitting on, potentially. Ah, come on. Come on. Dang, dude. Alright, what time is it? Midnight. Let's get... I'm gonna sleep too long. I empty my sack of rations. Alright. That's not what I expected to read. Food. Bread and cheese. Sip of the ale. Sorry if y'all heard that. Alright. So we need to buy some rations. Some of the peasantry here in Burgcart have organized a singing circle, attempted to gain some merriment for a day. Anyone who feels so inclined can enter the circle and sing a chosen song. While their standards don't seem exceptionally high, no one has met them yet. Do you attempt to join the circle? You pathetic worms. Why are you singing in the middle of the day whenever we have a job to do? I don't know. It's sort of... what would a misanthrope say at a time like this? Get out of my way. Yeah, you have to have a real taste for like old-fashioned clunkiness to play Fallout 1 and 2, but I can just... that experience is something that I will almost never... I want to venture to say I'll never forget it. The music in that game is so good, and like once you get used to the UI and things like that, like you're just grooving. You're just grooving. And I actually had to respec my first character midway through because I got to a point where I was using small guns for damage, and maybe I did not find the right small gun, but whenever it was time for me to fight a bunch of like super mutants and things like that, I had to pivot toward... and death claws, my goodness, how horrifying. I had to pivot toward using energy weapons to get through them. I love Fallout 1 and 2. I like New Vegas also. Where's my damn general store? Trying to get some rations here. You know, I actually have not played that many CRPGs. I have Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I played Baldur's Gate 1. I told myself I'd play Ironman style on my first playthrough. That's dumb, Micah. That's stupid. You should not play like that. And so I got discouraged because after doing the tutorial stuff, I died on the road to the first major town. And I was like, all right, well, I'm done with this. Back to Daggerfall. That's not the right way to play games. All right, here we are. We're getting some rations. We're getting some bread. Oh, you know, we could afford the cart. What would we even put in it? I don't think we buy the cart yet. Would be a kind of good thing for our rations, but we want the rations for dungeons, though. Giving Oblivion a serious try. That's great. Are you playing Oblivion Remastered or the OG? Yeah, same question. If my computer... I actually bought the remaster the first day it was released, and my computer could not run it. But that was... Whenever I was on hiatus, I was like, this is going to be my comeback. I'm going to, you know... I'm going to come back to my channel playing Oblivion Remastered and see how it is. But one, the HUD was atrocious, and there was no way to toggle it off. Like, I just want to turn the HUD off, dang it. And also, my computer simply couldn't run it, so what are you going to do? Alright, we got our rations. We returned the quest. We're kind of heavy to be going into a dungeon. What do I get rid of, though? I guess we have the book, but we have 2,000 gold on us. That's right, okay. Here's the play. Sorry, y'all, I'm kind of butchering my, my errands here because I'm having such a good time looking at the chat and stuff like that. I don't know how, like, you know those really big streamers whose chats are just firing off all the time? Like, how do they keep up with it? Do they just, like, keep to themselves and play the game and only catch one message here and there? Like, it's like I want to be part of the conversation, but I want to play the game, too. How do you do it? My one of my favorite things about Oblivion is whenever you get acrobatics to level 50 and you can start doing barrel rolls and things like that. There's just something, oh wait, not my campsite. Something very fun about like the little acrobatics antics you get into from jumping from one rock to the next and things like that. The level scaling in Oblivion is particularly atrocious, like how all the bandits and marauders will be wearing glass armor and Daedric armor respectively. It breaks the economy, it makes no attempt at being immersive, things like that. I think Francesco's leveled creatures and items are unleveled, and Oscuro's Oblivion Overhaul are kind of the industry standards there. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, jumping off of water with acrobatics was really fun. Acrobatics was just great in Oblivion. Oblivion was just great. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I love Oblivion. It's my first RPG. I fell in love with it. It's a hot mess in many ways, but you know. Do we take a quest here? We're already going out to a dungeon. I think we just go to the dungeon. But I came here to get. We need to spend some gold here. Maybe we just get training. Nah, let's get... We're going to cast on self. We're going to get some of our elemental resistances going. So, correct me if I'm wrong. The elemental resistance spell is like a percentage chance to resist, right? It's not like shield where it hits the shield amount first. Oh, wow. That's a lot of SP. Okay. I think this would be a dot weak res shock. Boom. Oh, hold up. Let's make a icon here. There we go. And we'll do one for fire. Elemental resistance, fire. It's gonna be 15 seconds like the last one I think was 15, or is it 10 seconds? I think it was chance 10. Really not that strong, but I guess better than nothing. And this is kind of metagamey, but there's not really much incentive to get a resist frost spell going on. It's so weak. Okay, you're saying 40% chance to completely nullify it, but it'll always take half damage with it up. That's really good, if that's how that works. So I could do like a really low percentage and it would still work out for me. Paralyze is alteration. Duration. Oh, it's a chance based. Yikes. Let's do 30% A dot numbing. A numb. We're gonna make it a little crescent moon. Why not? It's not our icon, it's gonna be cast on someone else. But we still have a lot of gold in our inventory. Make spells. Alright, let's find something else to spend our money on, because this money is like weighing us down a lot. Training. You can train me in animal taming and orcish? That's kind of unexpected. I'm not that interested in any of these because I'm already using the ones that I want to use. But I'm not of a high enough rank. Alright, forget it. Forget about it. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Dungeons out there. Alright. We're gonna go over here to West Wall Heath. We're going to just travel cautiously. Yep. Hey, welcome, David. Hope your day at work went well. Yeah, we're still playing the sneaky mage. We've been mostly like doing a lot of peaceful questing so far. As you enter West Wall Heath, oh, I should mention, we're on our way to a dungeon to hunt some orcs. So as you enter West Wall Heath, you see a piece of brittle poster board. It has an advertisement of some kind. Wanted, hunter for ravenous werewolf. Has been stealing local herd life in the nighttime. Gold reward. Find Minister Greencroft in the Green Crisp Jug. No takers, 3 days. Okay. Where is it? Hunter has been stealing local herd life in the nighttime. Gold reward. Find... Yeah, I'm probably not going to be here at nighttime, y'all. I'm sorry. Wait, Francisco, you said you got soft locked in an Oblivion gate? Wow, that's interesting. Alright, so I'm getting the best of both worlds here by skipping to a place close to the dungeon and then still doing overland travel from there. Alright, we're gonna do recall. I'm sorry, longing. I will miss longing. I have longing for longing right now. West Wall Heath. Anchor. West Wall Heath. Oh, alright. So, you know, we should get some food from a tavern and something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, what's the best way to get there from here? Here's a little manor. That's not going to do much, though. Oh, we have a moldy orange. Oh, no, my bread. Dang. Yeah, Oblivion Alchemy is a lot of fun. I want to try alchemy and daggerfall because honestly, I have not done a lot of it. My potions will die as soon. Not my potions. My characters usually die as soon as I get far along enough to benefit from alchemy from one of the guilds. There's a bookstore. All right, let's get some food going. Food, artisanal pastries, drinks. All right, here's our stout. Here you go, buddy. I guess I could have made a better identify spell. I'll do that next time. All right, game saved. Even though I have the mod that catches you whenever you are like are stuck, still pretty scared. Will my computer handle it if I kick it up to 30? Oh, look, it saved us. That was cool. Thanks so much, modder. I wish I could remember which one it was. Karadameno? Is that how you pronounce it? Really clutch. Yeah, Oblivion, they really start to sort of force the main quest on you, at least from a narrative perspective. You always have the option of just ignoring it, but I kind of dislike how much they want you to do it, like, in the narrative. And once you start doing it, hey, we found the dungeon with a bunch of nymphs outside. They damage your stamina. I have a mod installed that gives them some modesty. Man, this thing was tough. Oh, I wasted some spell points there. Yeah, once you start the main quest in Oblivion, you just have Oblivion gates everywhere. It's so overwhelming if you're playing like a decent character. Cosmi, I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but I do have Cab's unleveled spells installed. So if there's usually something on the spellmaking screen that indicates level scaling, Cab's unleveled spells might have something to do with that. I have this game almost fully unlevel scaled, although it occurred to me in the last stream whenever we found the spider where a werewolf should have gone, that I might not have the unleveled quests mod installed. And I feel like I did that deliberately, but what was the reason? Going into a dungeon. Nobody panic. Getting some frame rate issues there. Okay, we're doing it live. The game feels a little slow to me. Is it gonna be... Hold up, guys. I don't know what's going on, but the game does not feel great for me right now. I'm just gonna relaunch it. Give me a sec. Let's run it back. Thanks, Jeffrey. All right, let's run it back. Yeah, the load times have been kind of weird for me, like whenever we're getting those quests or stepping into a dungeon. My computer probably just needs a reboot, to be honest, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going. Oh, hello. All right. Let's try this. Illusion. Weak shadow. Am I gonna fool any of you? Is it gonna be press button to fire spell whenever I combust? Alright, come on. All right, we wiped out a mob of orcs here with our combust spell. So I'm torn because, like, I think that my character prefers the darkness, of course, but it would make for maybe a better viewing experience to have some of these lights on. We'll see. Oh, we got some. Oh, it's moldy raw fish. Dang. We're pretty low on spell points after that encounter, which is a bummer. How much is this? Okay, that's 120 gold. Oh! I don't like the look of this guy. Oops. Yeah, we gotta run away. It feels like cheating to go outside and rest. Oh! That's a lich. We're out of magicka, but we do have one. That's 3 liches? What? Dude! Where's my horse? Why are there 3 liches here? We were playing fair a second ago. None of them are casting spells. Can y'all see this? This is crazy. Oh, dude. Oh, gosh. Caught me with my damn pants down. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Oh, gosh, dude. That was terrifying. My goodness. Do we even go back? Will the liches still be there? I hope not, but like we were just getting started. Hold on. Quiet movement nearby breaks the still of the night. You see some figures hunched over an object, unaware someone observes them. They seem to have gotten a locked chest from a nearby house, but their burglar bailed on them. What am I talking about? If you're confident in your lockpicking skill, no thanks. Oh yeah, maybe there was some sort of unholy ceremony going on there. Maybe they planned on sacrificing all those orcs. Making some sort of blood offering. But then they could have collected the bounty. Okay, yeah, we're gonna shake off the nerves there. My goodness. But that's like, we only have 2 dungeons on our map in the region right now. Oh yeah, I need to rent a room. Okay, yeah, we got everything we need. Rest until healed. Hey, Orcish improved. Just by, I didn't even talk to them, I was just fighting them and, alright. Listening to their language helped me improve it. That makes sense. Yeah, we don't need to be out here yet. Well, it's 5:13. Let's, food. Oh, breakfast starts at dawn. I could have taken them down. Yeah, thank you, Spartan, for believing me. I'm gonna play it safe here. Alright. Recall. Why didn't they cast spells there? They were just standing there menacingly. Something like that. Where's my horse? Get me my dang horse. Use them sugar lumps. What's up, big dog? Alright. This is kind of a long way away. Like, I want to just... I'm gonna have my hand on the number 1 in case we need to warp out of here. Is there harpies this time? Are the liches still around? I can fight the harpies. Are the liches still around? They don't seem to still be here. Would my character even return to this place knowing that there are liches here? I don't know, but Micah, I want to get into a dungeon right now. They had no they had no magic points left. All their ammo was gone. Very well could be. Let's do some drive-bys. This is sick. Yeah. Hold on, what button was that? It's not working. Hitting the collision of the horse, maybe? Oh no, not the water. Climates and calories is gonna kill me with getting the water. Alright. Why is it exploding right there? Zap is ranged. Hold on, basic shield, Micah. Come on. Oh, that looked awesome. What? Has it been doing those effects? That's awesome. That's so cool. What? Oh man, climates and calories is going to kill me if I don't kill these guys. Okay, here's the deal. Oh, we can't recall right now. Damn it, dude. Come on. We can't recall right now because we're low on stamina. If this kills us, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, we have stamina potions. We don't have get warmer because you're wet potions, though. That's what we need right now. Ah, dude. Let's put down the campsite. Come on. Oh, thank goodness. Climates and calories, bro. You can't do this to me, man. Hold on, I'm still super exhausted. Am I diseased or something? Ah, guys, I was about to die the most stupid way. Yeah, we're just cold, honestly. Like, oh, you're right. I skimped on it. Okay. Okay. Nobody panic. We've just had a bunch of stupid near-death experiences today. Why is my zap spell exploding? Do y'all know what that's about? Like, what's my collision hitting right there? Do y'all know what that's about? Oh, there's two of them? Jeez Louise. Oh, that's a good point. I was like, yeah, if climates and calories would respect the fire spells, because we were running over some flames there while we were wet. Dang, that wisp just dropped the harpy. I remade Zap, Francisco. It was Zap, I mean, it was touching last stream. I remade it. Yeah, I'm not sure either. It should work. Alright, we're gonna book it and try to get to our campsite. Come on. No. Okay. Horse. Hey, what's up, Robert? Glad you can make the stream. Okay, so here's the play. We get the will-o'-the-wisps to chase us all the way to this harpy, and then we go back, and we, while they're fighting, we'll be able to sneak and get to our campsite. Bingo, bango. We don't fall in the water. Important step there. Don't fall in the water. Okay, y'all fight each other? Yeah, they fight each other. See, the issue is I left an orc chieftain like right through the door of that dungeon. So it's not like I can just go hop in the dungeon. Yeah, I hope y'all don't think too poorly of me if I just nope out of there. Like, I'm getting some bad vibes from that dungeon. Maybe we go to it later. But I say we do some Mage's Guild questing. What do y'all think? Mage's Guild questing? Like, I miss some Mage's Guild quests right now. Who up mages their guild? Oh, a youth approaches explaining that he made a minor mistake with a spellcrafting assignment, and now the family cat is silenced. The feline rests in his arms, hoping for a rapid cure to his ailment. Some latent magic still persists. You could try to alter the enchantment if you knew the subject. Yeah, let's go for it. We passed. Excuse me. You lean in and make a cursory attempt. The issue turns out to be elementary, and dispelling the effect takes no effort on your part. The cat mews loudly, provoking a relieved hug from its young owner. Lacking a proper payment, the young man offers you a few alchemical ingredients. Thanks, man. Wait, what did I get? Alright. Twigs and stuff. Yeah, alright, yeah, the dungeon was not meant to be. This character values his life more than Bogard would. Yeah, Bogard probably would have taken those liches on hand-to-hand style. Thank you, Lutz. I appreciate the kind words, and I don't think you're alone in the sentiment of falling asleep to my videos. I think it's because I don't do very grabby stuff. You know, like, I think a lot of YouTubers are under the impression, perhaps correctly, that they need to be really loud with a lot of quick cuts and things like that, and that's not my style, and that's not how much effort I want to put into my content either, so works out for me. Let's see what this guy let me buy spells. Alright. Alright, let's get the quest. I'm gonna go pour some more beer into my cup. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Madness. Is there anything more exasperating than discovering that the mummy wrappings you were planning to use in a potion have gotten all sort of green? I could use the guild's wrappings, but the recipe specifically calls for superlatively fresh mummy wrappings. Superlatively? Whatever that means. I don't suppose you'd be willing to scare me up some cloth off a mummy that I know has more wrapping than... Okay, that has more wrapping than it knows what to do with. The Citadel of Hearthheart, within its 2 days travel to the east. We got another dungeon, y'all. It's undead. I think we're doing it. Mummies are pretty tough. 6 days to get there. Okay. It's got to be fresh, preferably off of its body. The Citadel of Hearthheart. It's sure to be gruesome there. You might want to bring a sword or some such thing. Well, good luck, young Khajiit. What other spell was I thinking of making so that we'd have like less gold on our This isn't even a lot of gold. What am I talking about? 31 bandages. This stuff's weighing me down. We got to heal ourselves. Got to use some bandages. I just see a bandage, I buy a bandage. So now I have too many. No, the Will-o'-the-Wisp are in town? That's wild. I don't think you all could have heard it, because the game audio might have been too quiet for you, but This is my first time being close enough to a will-o'-the-wisp to hear that they have some eerie laughter going on inside of them whenever you're up close. It is really, really weird. Oh yeah, where's our dungeon? Oh, dude, it's right here. Dude, the citadel that we're going to is right here next to Triceroth. Like, what the hell? I guess we're gonna make Penwood our. Yeah, we're gonna make Penwood our base for a minute, I guess. But yeah, I also think comprehend languages would be useful, Cosmi. I wonder if my character would like it. I'm not sure. There's definitely a level of pragmatism to being able to convince people. We're gonna get a room here and rest. I set my alarm so I could wake up and identify, so let's do that. I had some identify attempts. Thaumaturgy, yep. Come on. How many times have we rolled this 10% chance and failed? Hold on, your stomach rumbles. Wait, what was that? I saw some sort of log. Some message there. We still have some rations? Yeah. Okay. Breakfast starts at dawn. I didn't mean to wake up before dawn. Food, artisanal pastries. Hold on. Yeah, drink the ale. Let's hit a quick save before we head out. Yeah, these will-o'-wisps are all over this province. I guess it's from the restless undead problem that they're dealing with. All right, we're gonna go to Penwood. And we're actually just gonna drop the anchor here. Anchor, Penwood. I'm kind of nervous about being so close to the... Oh, let's go get some food. I'm nervous about this dungeon being so close to the other one. But if we get bolds, like, it's kind of cool knowing where the locations of two dungeons are next to one another. Like, that's kind of convenient in a way. You gotta need something that will... Mulled wine? Yeah, mulled wine will bring my... I'm getting drunk. Let's bring my magicka back, so I was doing it, but I don't want to get drunk. I kind of have a phobia of being drunk, like IRL. Like, I used to drink a little too much, and now I have like a really big aversion to it. Other games I've thought of streaming or recording or playing, I'm honestly not sure. Okay, Slay the Spire comes to mind. I've mentioned it before. Like, I'm really bad at Slay the Spire, so I'm kind of nervous about playing that game for everybody to see. But it'll still be a lot of fun because I love Slay the Spire. Outward is really good. What's the tactics game I mentioned earlier? Oh, here's the dungeon. Oh, we're still going the right direction? I forgot what it's called. War Tales. War Tales is really cool. I could see playing that on camera as well. And just like the other Elder Scrolls games, you see, like, Elder Scrolls is on brand for me. And so I feel like I'll have a decline in viewership if I go off brand. Does that make sense? Is that maybe not the correct way to think? Oh, I do own is it Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, I have Darkest Dungeons. That one's cool too. Oh no, I got hit. I have not played a ton of it, but it is a lot of fun. Tearing Saga, one we've talked about before. Really good game. There we go. Zap this guy to smithereens. Yeah, Tearing Saga is awesome. The issue with that is, like, I don't want to commit to it. Tearing Saga is a huge game, so I can't just, like, casually play Tearing Saga and then continue playing Daggerfall in perpetuity. Like, not how this works, pal. Is this other guy following me? I was gonna try to camp. Well, you know, I don't need to camp. I can use some bandages. We got too many of these things. I really want my stamina and magicka back. Okay, we're expected to fight some... we're expecting to fight some undead, but that might just be the quest target, not necessarily the contents here. It's a citadel, so we're probably going to be fighting humanoids, which we have a phobia of. That does sound like a good time, Ziriok. No OG, I do not play with smaller dungeons. I find them to be too small for my liking, and there are some... There's the skeletons. There are some mods you can install to offset the difficulty of finding the quest target. Language skills overhaul lets you talk to enemies that are pacified. They point you toward the quest target. You can ask directions. Potions of Seeking from the Penwick Papers mod lets you find the quest target a bit more easily. And Archaeologist mod, if you're in the Archaeologist Guild, lets you have quest locator devices. So I prefer the... It would be ideal if we had some combination of small dungeons, large dungeons, and maybe some medium dungeons. My goodness, it's so close to me. But that's not the world we live in. It's probably not going to happen. What is around this damn corner? Okay. Well, we're going to fail this quest. This is where the liches came from. Guys, this is where the liches came from. Yeah, this is not the quest for us, you guys. We're going to fail this one. Sorry, Mages Guild. Let's go back to the orc place. Oh, dude, that sucked. Man, why can't I get a break from the damn liches? Oh, look, they're within eyesight of one another. Or, no, this is something else. This is a camp. Yeah, I want to blow off some damn steam. Come on. Let's see if I can play with these guys. Come on. Come on. Basic shield putting in work right now. I think I'm pretty much out of spell points though. Alright. Who wants some? Okay, not me. Okay. Okay. Enough's enough. That was fun. I blew off some steam. Message received, everyone. Welcome back. Hythlodeus. We've had some bad run-ins with dungeons giving us very, very tough enemies, and so I feel like we have not accomplished a lot this stream, but I have accomplished fun, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just getting bombarded by liches and stuff, man. That's the risk you take with Moodex. Alright. You cannot travel with enemies nearby. I found the enemies again, I guess. It's actually quite risky not having the potion of teleport on backup here. Man, it really sucks that we're going to fail this Mages Guild quest, though. Our reputation is not that high, and I want to be able to start, like, making potions, or, like, our goal is to summon Daedra eventually. Be good to get there if we could. That's, lone figure stands at the threshold. Oh, dude. They keep putting enemies in front of the dungeon, and this time it's Fire Atronachs. Jeez Louise. Video game. Let me just go to my dungeon. Do I try to pick these off, or do I... Let's cast Resist Cold. I need a sort. Ah, resist fire, I mean. Okay. Resist fire. And then shade. Let's see if we can sneak in there. I don't think we're sneaking in there. Is this guy gonna wreck me? I don't think I can handle this guy. Oh, look at that. Okay. It's kind of silly setting up camp next to all these enemies, but I'm pretty sure we're far enough away that we can get away with it. Kind of clear them out. We're going to do weak shade. We're going to do resist fire. Oh, is that going to break the shadow? I think it will. Still. Got to do it. Let's hit the zap. Waba boom. And we're going to miss a bunch. These guys are not as tough as I thought. Aw, dude. Am I going too hard in the paint? I think I am. I'm getting carried away. I was just having fun. The cold is seeping into my bones, they say. Hold up. Another cloak. Equip. Restore stamina. We're good. We're good, guys. Don't you worry about a thing. Least favorite smell, Zorbert. I think it's called meconium, like this certain kind of poop that only a baby produces. That stuff's pretty bad. Mayonnaise. Oh man, pickles. Something you gotta know about me. I can't stand some mayonnaise or pickles. I gotta be just upfront with y'all. Now, what's up with the cold seeping into my bones, though? Okay, we're just gonna get away from the fire arch knocks a little bit and put up camp. The wall is the lich, alright? The lich wall is what we're trying to face right now. Now, we could, in theory, try to pick some of them off, but, like, I don't know. We're not risking that just yet, you know what I mean? She is pretty strong for her level. I get what you mean. I was not expecting to knock out some of these fire Archinox, but fire Archinox are not the same thing as flame Daedra. They are much easier targets than the flame Daedra. Alright, the Orc Chieftain is just around the corner in this dungeon because I think it's going to save the same state we were in. So we put up the basic shield. We go in here with gun. Well, we might put up a shade too. I should have put on shade. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's called meconium if we're talking about the same thing, Lunar Mirror. Like the really dark sludge-like feces that come out of a little baby. You learn all these. Oh no. We're not gonna. That's probably our dude though. Okay, there's the corner. Come on. Just drop. Just drop. Okay, we killed an orc warlord, guys. Phew, my goodness. Ah, gosh. We almost hit the orc warlord wall. We don't have a comfortable place to rest here. I prefer to get into like a cubby hole or something. But you know what? We're gonna get some magicka back come hell or high water. Yeah, the fact that it has like a different name implies that it's like a different substance of some sort. Yeah, what kind of damage is Zap doing? I think it's 10 to 30. Zap 15 to 30. We just have so many spell points. We have so many spell points. It feels like a lot, like it feels like we're running out kind of fast also, but really the fact that we have triple intelligence and started with triple spell points and started with 80 intelligence, it's crazy. Let's go ahead and put on basic shadow, weak shadow. I thought I saw, yeah, this, I thought I saw, like I was Sean Connery. This kind of indicates that there's something around here. I don't know if it's an orc though, or if it's the warlord that we already picked off. Again, for viewing experience, I want to do a little bit of that, like candle lighting. Oh, we really do need the AoE spell here. Alright, got a combustion on this guy. Hey. Okay, I was hitting the wall there. Oh my goodness, that scarified me. I hope y'all don't mind the turn of phrase scarify. That's not the phrase I was looking for, but it's the phrase I found, damn it. I gotta say, it works pretty well. Oh. Oh. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he hit me. Oh, we're out of spell points. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, run away. Hey, good night, M333. Good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. This feels dirty because they just would have found my... If they were on my trail, they would have just found me, right? But I'm playing a video game. It's not a big deal. Alright, we're going to put on basic shadow. Weak shadow, I mean. Yeah, that was scary. I just picked a fight with 2 orc chieftains or something like that. Is this one of them? I think he died. I killed him. Look at me go. That was a different one, right? Because we would have found him by now. He dropped before I went to go rest. Yeah, let's light up some areas that we've been to. Okay, yeah, the other one's nearby now. I want to cast the Shade again, but I mostly just want to have enough spell points to fight this guy. It's around the corner here. Dude, getting stuck on this corner was about to kill me. Okay, hello. It's happening again. Damn it, dude. Come on. Okay, zap. Ugh. You're right, Lunar. I remember saying something like that about the balance between immersion and enjoying your video game. Oh, snap. Micah. Come on. Is he down? He's down. Oh my goodness. Every attack like does just enough to get past the threshold. Hey, what's up, June Strings? Thanks for joining. Same for Grifissimo. My goodness, that was these are some hard orc fights. Like the chieftains and the warlords, every bop they give me is more than my basic shield can endure. Let me come over here. We're gonna put spells to buy. Stronger shield, ya dingus. Gosh, if we're gonna be picking fights like this, we're gonna have to be able to soak up some more damage than what we've been doing. Alright, we got stealth, destruction, alteration. We ate some rations. We still have 2 left. Yeah, I have thought about 3 times that we're going to be rolling a new character during this stream. It has been a terrifying, exhilarating... Well, okay. Some of the times where I thought we were rolling a new character was just dumb. Oh, no. Hold on. He casts fire. He's not the end of the world. You're a better caster than... You're not a dang thing. Come on. You're just an orc. Sorry, is that racist? I'm trying to hype myself up. I think we resisted that. That's pretty cool. He's got to be dropping soon, right? Oh, hello. Let me get past. We couldn't take down the orc shaman. There are two of them. He's gonna keep my bedroll. Okay. Okay. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, you guys. Hoo-wee. We don't have a bedroll. We're gonna try to get to the town without having to. We failed to avoid an encounter, though. Maybe that's why. Oh, not the will-o'-the-wisp. Are you kidding me? You know, I normally like orcs, but here's my racist orc take, okay? I like orcs better in Daggerfall than Morrowind. You know why? They're monsters. I like Lord of the Rings, okay? They're... Save me. Okay. I've never... It's rare that you fall through the map while you're not fast traveling, like overland traveling. Yeah, my racist orc take is like they're better as monsters, okay? They're better as monsters. Like they're perversions of creation in that sense, and I really like them as monsters. We're just gonna rest without... It's not advisable, but we're gonna rest without a campsite here. I'm not sure I understand the question, Lunar, about the schism. Man or Myr? I don't know a lot of Elder Scrolls lore. I hope that's not too disappointing for you, but I stopped learning about it a while back. Yeah, June, this is a mod. Hold on. A heavily wounded peasant approaches to you, needing help to replace the bandages on his legs. He explains that a recent forestry expedition went terribly wrong, and he has to change the bandages each day. If you have a proper understanding of medicine, he can pay 58 gold to the temple. Yeah, it's a mod called Falling Down or something like that. It counteracts the yeah, that issue. It's really great. Yeah, we're gonna go back, of course. That orc shaman. Human or dirty elves, yeah. I'm honestly with Elder Scrolls, I'm pretty much racist against everything that's not like Nord, Redguard, Breton, Imperial. Like if you're not a human, like you're kind of cringe. And here I am playing a cat girl, so who am I to judge? You never know what the dice are gonna give you, I guess. My goodness, what a dungeon. We were holding our own back there. But we did lose a campsite. Now that's what I call resource depletion right there. We did get an elven left pauldron. That's what I call resource acquisition. Man, I'm so hooked on this game right now. It's crazy. Let's talk to our people and see if we can replace that dang... Like, not having a potion of teleport is actually kind of crippling. Yeah, so, there was a time... Well, it calls me, you don't think I can go back to the dungeon? Come on, we can make it. So I understand that, no, Spartan, I think Lunar's right, it's M-E-R. I understand the distinction between men and Myr. I don't understand what the schism was. I used to think that learning Elder Scrolls lore would be cool, but then I was like, Micah, what if you learned, like, life lore? You know what I mean? Like, we have so many rich cultures around us and histories. Like, I'm a Texan. I know almost nothing about Texan lore, but every bit of Texan lore you get is fantastic, and that's not to mention like older mythologies and things like that. We have like some recent mythologies surrounding like Paul Bunyan, Davy Crockett. Is that right? Jim Crockett and David Bowie. I'm messing them up again. But anyway, my point is, I tried to learn about Elder Scrolls lore for a while, and it is unironically really fun. But I think it's more useful to have the more meaningful stories that our ancestors gave us. I'm not specifically referring to white people, but I'm not excluding them either. All right, I got something on my map. Okay, it's in a town circle, of course. What if I got a life? You know, this is also what came to mind whenever I mentioned earlier, like, oh, what if, you know, Kaylin and Hudson are out of town? What if I just, like, stream tomorrow morning? What if I touch grass instead, you know? It sounds kind of mean to myself. I think as long as I get, like, a good run in tomorrow morning, I might stream some, like, Slay the Spire or something like that. Don't block off your calendar or anything like that. But it would also be cool to hang out with my people that are in Europe who are always like, oh, I wasn't able to catch a stream. Yeah, if you have the time to like study Elder Scrolls lore and IRL lore, more power to you. Oh, potion restore power. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's potion of restore power in this context. That's basically a potion of teleport, right? Potion of purification, restore power again, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't get enough of these potions of restore power. Yum, yum. Give me some. Yeah, David. So a lot of the really good fantasy out there, it'll be incorporating the patterns of reality that are laid out in ancient mythologies. There's a lot of fantasy out there that does not like incorporate the patterns of reality that are demonstrated in ancient mythologies, and I think that those have a harder time really capturing the imagination or leaving a lasting impression. That's actually why I stopped writing. Was like I just thought it wasn't bad, like it was entertaining to read, but I ultimately thought it was meaningless. So I kind of gave up on it, at least for a while. I might return to it. I really like the characters and the setting and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna get 1 potion of teleport. Nah, let's treat ourselves to 2. I'm not throwing any cat girls away, okay? I'm actually having a lot of fun with a mage. Let it go on, let the record show. I'm having a lot of fun with a mage. Saturday afternoon in Australia. That's cool. Have y'all ever played StarCraft? The lore behind the Terrans are not that different from the lore of the Australians. Like, let's just put all these prisoners out here in prisoner area, but in space for the Terran lore. Yeah, thank you, Lunar. Like, I also have a hard time keeping up with the chat, so like the lengthier messages I have a hard time reading as well. So the question is, if I go back to the dungeon with the orc shamans, will I actually be able to blast them? I wonder if they have some sort of like my zaps. They did not seem to be actually doing that much to them. I just checked in here. So the question is, if I go back to them, will it benefit me any? Mages Guild Northwest, just new Mages Guild quest. Let's go. Yeah, I'm terrible at StarCraft, so I don't actually play it. My brothers like to play it, and I kind of envy them. Well, about that, Lunar, you're also talking to other people in the chat who want to read your messages, so. Yeah, keep that in mind. It's not just me reading them. I thought we were gonna find a Mage's Guild here, but we actually did not. Yeah, I like the StarCraft lore quite a lot. I'm trying to remember how the three races interact with each other. You have the Terrans, and I believe that the Zergs are like a kind of united enemy that keep taking over the other species. And if I recall correctly, the Protoss were made to sort of worship and venerate the Zergs, but then they tried to overthrow them. I don't know. I'm butchering it. I wish I were good at StarCraft, but I do not wish to commit the time that it takes to be good at StarCraft. You know what I mean? Like, it's not actually... Like, it's not worth that, you know? It's just a game. I like watching competitive StarCraft, like people that are good at the game and watching them, like that's awesome. How you send out these, it's like an information game and you want to like learn more about what your opponent is doing while deceiving your opponent and not letting them know how much you know. That's awesome. That's really cool. It's just, I can't do that. I can't do that. I appreciate it, Lunar. Rest assured. Let's get another bedroll. It's flexing on us. The first 3 levels of StarCraft 2. Other than that, no. Here's a little tidbit of lore for you. Do you remember if you played StarCraft's campaign mode, you could open up chat and type "there is no cow level," and it would advance you immediately to the next, like you'd win the mission by typing "there is no cow level." So then Diablo 2, Blizzard puts out Diablo 2, and then if you put Wirt's leg in the Heraldric cube along with the Tome of Town portal, then you open up the portal to the cow level. Like, there is no cow level from StarCraft, and boom, StarCraft 2, there's a cow level. Really sick. Yeah, that's how I beat the game too. I just like that little tidbit about how it was incorporated into Diablo 2. I think Spartan asked earlier other games I'd consider streaming. I love playing Project Diablo 2 single player hardcore mode. Again, I don't think I'm that good at it, but I can usually like get through normal difficulty up through like Diablo, up to Diablo, maybe not through. So that would be a fun one to stream also, just like seeing what kind of, it's like a slot machine, seeing what kind of gear you're going to get and things like that. Oh, this is the wrong one, but I'm still gonna, this would be a good place to rest, I think. I don't want to fight the liches. I don't want to fight the liches. Fonza, I'm glad that you think that Project Diablo 2 is awesome, because I've talked about Project Diablo 2 on the channel before. You get some real vanilla Diablo 2 snobs in the comments whenever you do that. Alright, we got another level up, which is pretty sick. I don't know how much it helps us, but we'll level up our intelligence, our speed. Shoot, let's push our luck. Oh, enemies nearby! Sorry. I'm not scared, you're scared. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a dragonling. How the meat come off the bone being rotten. Or moldy, I mean. Hold on, I saw the co-op message a bit. What's up with this? I think I mentioned it before, like the multiplayer mods seem ambitious and like they probably would not work out well. If somebody knows better, please tell me about it. Well, that's cool. You said, wait, what's DOS 2? I read that as DOS, like DOS Daggerfall, but now I'm not so sure. We have enemies nearby. Hello? I just want my rematch, damn it. Come on. This is a tale of two dungeons. Am I right, Dickens? Am I right? Okay, we're gonna get a random encounter again. Okay, it's just a rat. This is... Oh, it's a bat. Oh, Divinity Original Sin. Got it. Yeah, I'm not opposed to multiplayer games. I just don't find myself playing them often. There was a really good stretch of a couple of weeks where I would play Halo. What's the most recent Halo game? I would play that one with my brother, and that one was... I don't know. It felt really nice playing that game with my brother. Thick fog making this really hard to navigate here. Hello. Oh, you know, let's do sort. Basic shield. Whack, whack. Look at our speed. Yeah, we can use melee some just because of our raw speed. Come on. Get some. Come on. Alright. Classic arcane arrow stuff going on here. I almost want to rest again, but instead I'm going to weak shadow, resist. Didn't I make a resist shock? I used the wrong naming conventions. Whatever. Wait, hold on. I was taught how to do this. Remember your training, Micah. Thank you, Cosmi, for the tip last time. Boom. Okay, we're probably gonna have some fights right through the door here. Just shock. Zap. Hello, 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 hello. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well. Do we lose our horse? I think we just lost our horse. Wait, no. We did not lose our horse. I was not expecting so much melee damage from the shamans. Shout out to Persistent Dungeons for keeping this room nice and safe for us. I'm not throwing away the run though, okay? This is all calculated. This is calculated. Are you kidding me? We were fine. I have a lot of arrows for somebody who doesn't use arrows. I just don't want to have to steal another horse and like go through all that trouble. Although that would get us in the Dark Brotherhood. Now, Micah, where's your damn alt? Since when was crouch alt? Controls. Do I have something else bound to C? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, the shamans are like muscle wizards. Still orcs at the end of the day. You got a point there. Alright. Weak shadow. Uh-oh. 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 We have potions of teleport if we need them. We cannot teleport if we die. Oh, you know what else we have? My mom! I'm just kidding. We have a potion of restore power. We have a basic shield. It's getting dangerous. I can't run this way. Okay, Micah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, gosh. Jeez Louise. We lost our horse. We lost our bedroll. What the dang it, these damn dungeons, you guys. I guess people don't expect the first my mom joke. Yeah, whenever I was an English teacher, I used to play like regular show on the episodes, on the days whenever we'd, like, after testing or something like that. It's really nice. It's the horrible hordes, Cosmi. That's where they got us. Okay. A letter is pressed into your hand. You spin to see who gave it to you. You catch a glimpse of some livery that vanishes into the crowd. Is it Lady Bersiana? I told you not to write to me. Oh, it's Lotan. It's still main quest stuff. Hey, Coniferous. Thank you so much for the tip, man. Glad to be back. Alright, we are, damn it, I'm still hell-bent on fighting through that damn dungeon. They're just orcs. They're just orcs. They're not that bad. Also, restore power potion. Completely underwhelming. We have too much magicka in our pool for it to do a significant amount of recovery, I guess. But you know, man, I do just want to run it back. What time is it? It is 6:08 p.m. We're going to eat food. I might die in there. I might. Don't say that. Come on. Don't put that curse on me. See, we don't have a horse right now, so I want to go back. This fog makes it really hard to do a thing. Yeah, half a zap's worth of restore. There's a gemstone store. Where's vintage sundries would be a place where I could get a horse. Restore a whittle power. A little bit. They're silly. I'm really hooked on these dungeons right now. Alright, so the thing is, with persistent dungeons, I kind of have an idea of what to expect whenever we enter the dungeon. Oh, you know what? Micah. Recall. Set the damn anchor. Dude, almost a disaster right there. Imagine going in there thinking I had an anchor set. That's how you lose a run. That's how you throw away a run right there. No, David, the horse did not get killed necessarily, but I abandoned the dungeon with the horse outside of it. I could just do overland travel. It's not that far away. But I also don't have a bedroll, so I'm going to break into a general store. This fog is really oppressive. Hey guys, don't y'all have somewhere to be right now? Not loitering out here. Oh, we got a lot of NPCs out tonight. Alright. Gonna loiter for a couple hours and hope that it closes up shop. My stomach rumbles. Alright. Yeah, the Mudex dungeons are terrifying, but like, the kitchen's closed. What am I supposed to eat on the way to the dungeon after I steal the stuff? I guess I hope to find some stuff on the general store shelf, don't I? You know, I don't have a recall anchor set. I guess I could just get arrested. That's fine. If I get arrested, I get arrested. Alright. Horse. Food. Campsite. These arrows are valuable. I take the arrows and sell them later. Name your horse. Bree. Shout out to all my Narnia enjoyers out there. Okay. Let's go ahead and tap this button. And we cast Levitar. Levitate. I said Levitar trying to find like the word for it in Spanish. I bet I'm not that far off. Welcome to the family, son. Okay. Quick save. One of my intrusive thoughts is like accidentally hitting quick load whenever I go to press a quick save key. I don't think it's ever happened, but like it's F9 and F12. They're kind of far apart, but I just got that fear a little bit. Okay, we arrived at our destination. You smell orcs. Definitely orcs. Tell me about it, buddy. Wait, there are enemies nearby. Candle? Wait, no, shade. We go back here whenever we have more stamina. Yeah, something's chasing me. Barely caught a glimpse of it. Levitar. Yeah, that's what I expected. Levitar. Fridays I have a call at work with my buddy who lives in Mexico, and we practice Spanish and he practices English. It's a lot of fun. But it makes me acutely aware of how bad I am at Spanish whenever I'm actually trying to hold a conversation, like usually about something complex. One of the first things we talked about on those calls was like, do you prefer the beach or the mountain? And I ended up talking about like, I tried to express in Spanish some things that Jonathan Pajot might talk about the symbolism of the mountain and of the like the cave, sort of, about how one's closer to heaven and one's closer to Hades in a way. It was very hard to describe in my in Spanish. What is this? Oh, it's a frost atronach. Oh, it's two frost atronachs. We must have failed that quest a long time ago. Oh, there's another. Oh, dude. Later, Scout. Have a good night. Oh, you're still listening. Okay. There you go. Fail for sale. That's welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't know if I've seen you yet tonight, but that's the way to do it. Like the skeletons, the imps, and the bear. Like those are kind of optional enemies. The humanoids are much more reasonable targets, I think. All right, are the frost atronachs still here? I only rested a few hours to get my magicka back. Yeah, here they go. Basic shield, just in case. Dismount. Zap. There he is. Oh, dude, 3 of them. Are there more? Come on, drop. Drop, you fool. Come on. Okay, okay, we cleared them out. With my last zap. No, I don't think that Daggerfall is too dependent on RPG. Not RPG. It is dependent on RPG, on RNG. You're just like as a low-level character, it's not very likely that you are successful, and so you should choose your fights carefully. Like I get what you're saying, but maybe it's because I'm used to it. I'm completely desensitized, but I don't think that the RNG is too insufferable here. It can be bad. Okay, basic shield. Okay, resist shock. Okay, zap. Wait. Oh, the other one's in the hallway right here. Okay, Micah. Weak shadow. Okay. This is it, right? Like, recall. I'm just done with this dungeon. Lone shape waits for end of the road. Could you give me all the valuables? Do you attempt to fool the mugger? Of course not. Where are you, mugger? There you are. I cannot pacify this enemy. That's okay. Let's go back over here. Ow! He hit me. I hope that's not poisoned. Resource depletion gaming if it is poisoned. Oh, my aim is terrible right now. Man, he's still up. Alright. Yeah, you're right. We should come back to these dungeons later on and blast them all with some AoE spells or something like that. But we really just got... We had some small victories, y'all, but we got our ass handed to us tonight, you know? We got the Lich dungeon, we got the Orc Warlord dungeon. I mean, surely this quest is long gone. Oh, it's a bounty. It's just gonna be there. Alright. Good night, Lunar. It's been a pleasure chatting. Thank you for joining. I might be calling it quits soon because it's past 11. It's like my bedtime, even with wife and kid gone. But I want to get to a good stopping point, like find a city where I want to end up. Oh, Longing. Of course, I can go back to Longing. I thought it was, yeah, the 21 HP character whenever you only have 20 damage left in your tank is pretty bad. I thought it was pretty cool how we sniped the third Atronach with our last spell. That was fun. What time is it actually? It's 5:45 in the morning. We gotta loiter a little bit. Yeah, you're right, Fail for Sale. That is my market. That's what I'm counting on. The only person streaming Daggerfall. That's my name. Don't wear it out. My friend calls me Daddy Daggerfall or the Daggerfall Daddy or something like that. It's pretty silly. That's my friend Lucas. Y'all might have seen him in the Q&A episode from Once Upon a Time. Daggerfall Daddy, he calls me. Okay, so we have all these expensive arrows that we can try to sell. And then maybe buy like a horse the legit way instead of counting on thievery. But you know, the thievery's been pretty good. We're a common citizen. Hey, hey, what's up, Vadra? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're gonna try to sell some of our junk here. Oh, I cannot sell the arrows? Man, they're so valuable. I can buy the arrows. What's up with that? If I can't sell them in a weapon shop, I doubt I can sell them anywhere. You know, Fonz, I've had a lot of very stupid deaths also. I almost died a stupid death on camera today from being low stamina against some damn will-o'-the-wisps. So it happens. It definitely happens. Now I'm looking for some pawn shops. Come on, buddy. Help me out. East. Yes, east. Okay, best used gear. I bet the pawn shop, if anyone's going to buy these arrows off me, it's going to be the pawn shop. I talked about this a little bit at the start of the stream whenever I was muted and did not know that I was muted. If y'all get an opportunity, be sure to give some food to your neighbors, alright? Introduce yourself if you haven't already, and give them a little... I think giving food is one of the most pure expressions of love that we can have, and banana pudding is surprisingly easy. That's pretty good haul right here. Oh, it's 1,800. It's a non-zero amount. Yeah, I made some banana pudding tonight before coming on stream. I don't like... Oh, whoa. Magic robes? Okay. What does it do? I don't know. Sure. Just spent my bottom dollar and getting some magic item I know nothing about. I love this game, seriously. It's ridiculous. There's another pawn shop. Look at that. Let's go ahead and cast Identify. Not likely to work, but you know. Yo, Sombra, have some decency. Ah, come on, just let me roll well. Okay, fail for sale about your comment about RNG. Like, okay, yes, the RNG is screwing me over here, but I also signed up for just 10% identified chance, so not very good odds. All right, cover yourself up. I could just go to the Mages Guild, but I have like very little money left. Do I still have a room here? I think I do. It's like, I've tried so many times to get the RNG to help me out here with this 10% chance. But in Fire Emblem, anytime there's a 3% crit from an enemy on my Ironman run, it hits me. I can find 3% in Fire Emblem all day, but not 10% in Daggerfall. Alright. Fair enough. What time is it? It is 9:48. We room. We get it again. Yes. Now, honestly, whenever you're playing, yeah, this 1 in 10 chance. Am I doing this right? Let me just make sure. I feel like I did like 0% identify or something. 10% chance. Whatever, man. In Fire Emblem, if your enemy has like a 1% or 3% chance. Did I say I run out of rations? Yeah, that's pretty bad. If your enemy has a 1% chance or 3% chance, the odds are not very good, you know, if you're doing it Ironman style or something. Yay, what is up, Seth? Yes, we are live tonight. Goodness. I really wanted to get some food, but let's just get in here. Gonna hit the same place twice in 1 week. Yep. Get some food going. Get some rations going. Get my bedroll going. I was hoping to get some more expensive arrows. Oh, name your horse again. What did I name it last time even? Oh yeah, Bree. So this one's gonna be Hwin. I just finished reading The Horse and His Boy from the Narnia series. Shoutouts to Green Scorpion who lost Makalov to a 1% crit. And Radiant Dawn after talking about how much they finally started to love him. Isn't Makalov like the pink-haired guy who's like not that great? So they invested in like a kind of mediocre character, and I guess it didn't pay out for them, huh? You know, I've played Radiant Dawn before. So they're gonna find their way home, all right? I'm not killing them. They're gonna find their way home. But I am going through them like water or something like that. I played Radiant Dawn up to Act 4. Is that what it's called? Like, Radiant Dawn seems like it's up my alley. But once I got to Act 4, I was playing blind, and I wasn't really sure what to do with... I don't know how that has to do with anything. I didn't like the game starting at Act 4. Whenever you were, like, kind of aware of what the overarching plot was, I stopped really liking the game that much, and I never finished it. But in theory, I should like Radiant Dawn a lot. I don't get it. Yeah, David, the Horse and His Boy is the once... I was actually doing my journal entry for Horse and His Boy today. It's the only book in this series, as far as I'm aware, that does not start off with the narrative in Narnia being framed by the British kids. It still has... The story is still Aslan-centric, which is like... It's kind of an important detail to me, is the story being Aslan-centric. I'm just going to fast travel to Longing, because I miss it out there, man. Once I'm done reading Narnia, because I've got just the last battle left, I think I'm going to reread The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Alternating that with, like, right now I'm reading... Oh, actually, I'm getting so sidetracked by my own thoughts. To spell things out a bit, I usually alternate fiction and then something that's either like mythology or theology or nonfiction, right? So I'm reading Narnia on my fiction days, and I had been reading the La Morte de Arthur, but I just finished reading one of their stories, and now I picked up on the cosmic mystery of Jesus Christ, the compilation of some of Maximus the Confessor's work. I'm only on the introduction, but yeah, that's the plan. Maybe I just didn't like my team much, Cosmi. Like, or honestly, I think it was the route maps or something like that. Something I respect about Fire Emblem games is whenever the win conditions are not routing, and I found myself routing a lot. Maybe I'm misremembering it. It's been a few years. Etholidius, I do like Dostoevsky quite a bit. I've read only 2 of his books. The first book of his that I read is called The Fool. I loved it. I intend to reread it one day. And The Brothers Karamazov. Absolute banger with some unforgettable chapters. Specifically, the talks from Elder Zosima will forever remain in my... Like, the talks from Elder Zosima really get at the core of what, like, creation is about to me. Something about how whenever the universe was created, God planted in man's heart, like, the seeds for eternity. I'm butchering it, but that line really stuck with me. And also the chapter called The Grand Inquisitor is famous for a reason. You know, I'm not sure if I got to the tower or if I played the tower chapters in Radiant Dawn. I'm not that good at the Tellius games, although one kind of funny story is I have the... I have Path of Radiance on for my GameCube. I was playing an Ironman run of that for a while. I got to chapter 14, the desert chapter, which is a bit of a slog. And at the end of it, I found out that my disc skips. And I did not get to finish the game because my disc was skipping and I couldn't finish the chapter. But, you know, come to think of it, I think Sacred Stones and Sacred Stones and Path of Radiance were my first Fire Emblem games, so they have a bit of nostalgia, if nothing else. I have very oddly fond memories of traveling all around the. We're freaking out here. What was I trying to say? Okay, one day I was trying to find Path of Radiance for my GameCube. I went to all sorts of game exchanges, game stops in the area. I basically made a map of all the game stops I could drive to in the region. I went in, popped in my head, and looked for Paths of Radiance. I couldn't find any of them. I just did this rinse on repeat for a long, long time until I found Path of Radiance, and then the disc did not work. But I still have very fond memories of it, and the base, the scenes where you're going to the base and managing your team in between maps is really cool. Like that whole part of the game is fantastic. So I think I'm being a little bit unfair toward Path of Radiance by saying I don't like it or like that I haven't finished it. Not Path of Radiance. I'm sorry. I'm fumbling over my words a lot. Radiant Dawn. I think I have not given it my fair chance. I expected it. Maybe it's like Tearing Saga, how part of the frustration came from playing it blind. I was not expecting all the route splits, and I did not know what to do with any of them, and there were a lot of character deaths that I chose to not reset on. Hytholadius, yes, the Brothers Karamazov will 100% make you want to convert to Orthodoxy. The Grand Inquisitor is a great way of standing by that. So, Mr. Goth, True Goth, I'm like on the fence about Leo Tolstoy. I've read War and Peace. I very much enjoyed War and Peace. I've read some of his essays, and this is where I struggled to know what to do here, okay? I'm an Orthodox Christian, and Leo Tolstoy is a heretic. So what do we do with this? Do we keep reading the heretical writings of this guy who rejects the divinity of Christ and accepts him as like just a moral figure in Russia, of all places, where like Christianity has been the strongest for like, at least during his time, for like 1,000 years practically? I'm getting the timeline wrong some, but still, I have a hard time wanting to read Leo Tolstoy after reading some of his essays about religion, basically. I hope that's not like too scandalous to you, but yeah, I don't want to read much more of Leo Tolstoy, I guess is what I'm getting at. But I've read War and Peace. You know, I've paid my dues. I just don't get what possesses someone like Leo Tolstoy to have thoughts like that, man. Go visit a monastery and you know, just be there with the monks and the angels for a bit, and like quit being so in your head about stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it shaking my faith, Mr. Fail, although there is a valid concern, and I've heard of people saying like, hey, don't do this or do that if you think it's because reading this could like interfere with you. My issue is not necessarily that like reading heretics could be bad. My issue is that like I have very limited time on this earth, and I could be reading like the Church Fathers or like, you know what I mean? So it's not like reading Leo Tolstoy is going to make you really, really like evil. I don't think that. I just don't have like a lot of time to read right now, and so I choose to read things that I think are going to be like a balance of entertaining and edifying. But conversely, Leo Tolstoy, I think his thoughts are very well represented among modern people today. So from a discipleship perspective, it could be valuable to get his opinions on things. And he's a great writer. You know, what are you going to do? There's no pawn shop in this town for me to sell my arrows. Kind of bummed out. Let's go to the Mages Guild. We'll have a little bit of a cliffhanger whenever we go to the Mages Guild and get our next quest going. You know, if that's what did it for you, True Goth, more power to you. What did you read by Tolstoy that made you want to become Catholic after his work, I wonder? Vajra, I will keep that recommendation about demons in mind. Is that a novel or a, like, more of a short story? For some reason, I feel like I haven't heard of it. I love it being anti-nihilism, though, so... Oh, I got promoted. By order of the Archmagister of the Iliac Bay and the Council of the Mages Guild of Warmore, Sombra the Khajiit is henceforth promoted to the rank of and title of Journeyman. Your devotion and prowess is thus noted. Strive forever forward. So I failed to get the quest, but I do have more than 10. What am I trying to say? Even though I failed the mummy quest, that only knocks your reputation down from 1 point. So like I went from 13 to 12. And that's still enough to get promoted. That's pretty cool. What can I say, man? Effortlessly. Oh, that's right. Buy magic items. Do we have any money? We're still so low on money, but I want to identify this damn robe. Someone earlier mentioned, I wish the Mages Guild could teleport you places. If you're high enough, you can teleport using the Mages Guild. Just throwing that out there. Hi guys, I'm really, really poor and there's no pawn shop in town, but I promise I can pay you back if you will identify my stuff. Make magic items. I'm looking forward to the magic item maker one day. Whenever we can like start enchanting these staves and daggers to have some magical weapons, that'd be really cool. Where's my damn identifier? I'm cursing a lot tonight. I think it's the beer. I love this character sprite. This guy is so cool. Type of dude that says, oh hey, I didn't see you there. Training. All right. We just want to see if we can identify. Yo. Oh, frosty plain robes of ice storms. Are those orcs going down or what? I mean, ice storms. That's got to be kind of strong, right? Let's go to UESP and see what ice storms does for us. Daggerfall. Magic. Bring this over yonder. Do I look for spells? There's spells. Ice storms. 1 to 30 plus 1 to 5 per level. Damage, health, frost. I think this is the ammunition we need to take those damn orcs down. Not gonna fight the lich. I'm stupid, but I'm also dumb. But I'm not taking down some liches. All right. So we are very broke now. We have 22 gold pieces. Yep. We have an unidentified spell scroll that could net us some money if we sell it. How do I even get back? Not here. But yeah, we're going to get a quest. I'm going to do some off-screen errand running possibly. If I end up streaming tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to be Daggerfall or something else. We'll see. Let me see. Where's our quest giver? Were you over here? That's cool. The Orb Lady is the quest giver in this area. Something to do? Oh, yes. It's kind of a trivial matter, but I will record it in the guild register nonetheless if you will lend a helping hand. This object, this silly little book here, must be returned to the Hearth residence off to the southeast in the most expeditious manner. Okay. Yeah, let's knock this out real quick. Alright, it's in the Hearthton residence. Oh, she even tells me it's southeast. Thank you. Somewhere out here. Yeah, I was just thinking that Cosmi. Like, I don't know what the level scaling happens with the. I don't know how the level scaling works with the Cab's unleveled spells mod. Yeah, modding in Linux is not that bad. Are you talking about Daggerfall? Because modding Daggerfall is never that bad. Maybe never is not the right word, because I've run into a bunch of tech issues with mods. What I mean is that the process is, in theory, very straightforward. Just going to tap on residence after residence, because that's easier than asking people who they because they hate me. Where is location, regional, no, general, Hearthton. Thank you, bud. By the south wall. 10 years, man. Hold on, did you already say which OS you use, Vajra? Vajra, what kind of OS do you run? Something is afoot within the Hearthstone residence. You hear the noise of something feral and dangerous. Alright, basic shield. Let's go ahead and drop the item. We need to deliver the book, right? Oh. I got scared by the... It appears your entry into the house stirred up a second creature. It begins to defend its territory. That's pretty cool. Alright, basic shield. Resist fire. Let's hit the... Zap. Okay. Arch at the moment. Gentoo, too much work. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of Rel, R-H-E-L, but I'm not that indoctrinated in Linux OSs. I probably would have stayed on Linux if it were not for wanting to play other Elder Scrolls games like Morrowind and Oblivion comfortably. I know other people have figured out how to do that, but I have not. Monsters by Pelagius. That is worrying indeed. Did you... I apologize. I was about to ask if you survived, but I'm sorry. This brain of mine is not quite so agile. I sincerely hope the town guard or someone will have disposed of whatever you could not. Please keep this under wraps, as the training speech goes. Yes, please. All right, so she didn't give me anything, which is understandable. Oh, red hat. And okay, I get that. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing, guys, and then call it a night. Just because we're so low on stamina, like I would take a quest right now, but then the timer would start ticking while we need to rest and sell stuff at a pawn shop and stuff. Cosmi, I would not worry about losing out on the Windows suite of applications, because like LibreOffice is a house. I would worry more about whatever video games you play, but many people tell me that gaming on Linux is very... I don't have enough for a room! Ah, dang. Many people tell me that Linux gaming is not that hard these days. Ah, dude. I think Linux is more accessible than ever these days. Fonz, the good news is if you pass out in town, you will just wake up. It's not a lose condition like it is whenever you're in the wilderness or a dungeon. I think I might have to sell my spell scroll, but I really want to identify it. It would be so much more valuable if I identify it. Or if we have an alchemist in town, I can sell some of these ingredients. Man, we're poor enough that we cannot afford a room, so we're gonna have to live off the land again. Let's see if there's anything I can sell here. Okay, meme number, sell the scroll for 420, I guess. Only get 190 back. We'll never know. Did not get to... I should have tried casting Identify on it. Damn it, Micah. Whatever. It's all good. Excuse me, gentlemen. Gentle pigs. Oh, so I mentioned earlier that my wife is traveling out of town. She took my toothbrush. So either she thinks that she took her toothbrush and we've been using the same toothbrush for a long time, or we'll have to use each other's toothbrushes tonight. We'll be closer than ever, so that's cool. I probably should not buy the top dollar food under these circumstances. Alright, streetwise, jumping, running, destruction. Alright. I'm just gonna rest until it's morning. 10 more hours. Oh, hey guys, I'm just trying to sleep here. Yeah, Windows 11 is a bit of a mess. At least I don't use it on my home computer, but at work whenever I support it, it's terrible. Hey, it's 32 ounces of ale, alright, man. It's not that bad. But yes, you're right. Probably why I'm fumbling over my words so much. Alright, guys. It's been a hell of a night. We went a bit longer than usual. We survived a couple of dungeons just barely. Look at our character sheet. Level 5 Dark Infiltrator. What do you know? You know? We're getting by somehow. Yeah. I'll keep y'all posted. Like, I'll literally just like post something, or I'll just randomly start streaming. Maybe some Slay the Spire in the morning. After I do some grass touching and things like that. Thanks for coming out to hang out with everyone and support the stream. I had a blast, and I will see you all next time. I'm gonna be neurotic and make sure I saved. There we go.